Hey, do you remember the first knife that you ever got? Do you remember what brand it was? Stay tuned and I'll show you what my first knife was. And more than likely, some of y'all, it's probably your first knife too.
Ooh, good job.
Yeah, can't believe it.
Oh my gosh, you have teeth or something in there.
Alright, let's go down memory lane. Alright, the question was, do you remember the first knife that you ever got as a kid? I've carried a lot of knives growing up, and I will be showing you the knife I carry now. One of the knives I carried in the past, and the first knife that I ever got. And it was a AOT old-timer knife. You might remember the old-timer Uncle Henry knives. Well, I remember going into a hardware store where I grew up, and remember by the counter there was a little display case, had all the different type of old-timer knives. Every different one with the blades out, so you could see what the blades look like, how many blades it had. And I remember picking one out, and I remember them unlocking it and grabbing me the box, and I was so excited. And it was the AOT old timer, which funny enough is named the Senior. But these were really good knives. The company was founded by George, Jacob, and William Charade. And this started in 1904. It was called the Charade Cutler Company. Later, it changed its name to Charade Imperial Corporation. Like I said, it started in 1904, and finally it was bought out in 2004 by the Taylor Brands. And the Taylor Brands is a USA company, but they're manufacturing plants in China. So any knife, the old timers, the Uncle Henry, that's over 2004, is made in China, and it will say so on the box. I do have a pre 2004 Charade they used to carry when I was in the Navy. I'll show you that. It does have the made in USA stamp, but the old timers was just a knife. It was my first knife that I remember growing up. They were a good knife back then. They're still a good knife right now. And I'm going to review some of the knives, two of the knives that I bought and one of them that I still have. I'm also going to show you the knife that I carry every day. But I remember I ran across these knives, and it flooded back a whole bunch of memories of when I was young, whittling on wood, using it for everything. It had the 3 blades. I thought I was really something having this knife. It was a wonderful knife. Every boy remembers his first knife, but this was mine. It was an old timer, and I just wanted to share it with you and just kind of show you the 2 that I bought and the one that I had when I was in the Navy. So let's get going, and let me show you what I got. Alright, the first knife I'm going to show you is a knife that I carry every day. I've carried this, oh man, 10, 15 years probably. It is just a real simple knife. It is a real simple knife. It is a Gerber. It's just a single log blade, probably a little over 2 inches long, plastic handle. The thing will stay sharp. I don't know if you can see the Gerber emblem. It's a Gerber 500. This knife is perfect to carry in your pocket. It is a lock blade. Like I said, it's real thin. For what I use it for, cutting boxes, envelopes, just little packages, stuff like that, just around work. Fishing, it's a perfect knife. I just want to show you that the knife that I carry now, nothing special, but this thing will hold an edge and is super sharp. The old timer that I carried when I was in the Navy. All right, this one is Charade. You can tell where it says USA. It's a 7OT, and this was called the Cave Bear. Overall length is 8.7. It's got a 3.9 inch blade, and I carried this in the Navy when we were out on the deck doing unreps and different things like that. We always had to, well, I guess if I remember correctly, you had to be a petty officer to carry a knife. So this is what I carried to be able to cut lines real quick. Always kept it super sharp. But this thing has been through everything. I went into the Navy, it was in early 90s, and I had this with me. It's been used and abused, and it's always held up. This is the pre-2004, so this was made in the United States. It's got the what they call the saw cut handle, but this has been a good knife. It was a good knife to carry when I was in the Navy. As for now, it is a heavy and kind of bulky knife. It's good for hunting, stuff like that. But it is a lock blade, if I didn't already mention that. It's a little bit too bulky for me to carry right now. I did have a little sheath for it when I was in the Navy, but I just wanted to show you this, that I've carried old timers for a long time. All right, this is one that I just recently purchased. Excuse me. This is 152 OT. This is called the Sharp Finger. It did come with a sheath already. This one is good for hunting, fishing. It does have a saw cut handle on it also. It's got the 152 OT. It just has Charade. If you do look at the box, it does say made in China, because these are this knife and the next knife I'm showing you. They are both a recent knife, and so they were made in China. It does come with a lanyard hoe where you can tie a piece of string through it, hanging around your neck. It came pretty sharp. I would like to put a better edge on it, and I think this would be a real good knife. They do come with a limited lifetime warranty. I was trying to do more research to find out what that is, and it was very hard to get to the website, so I never could find out all the information. Its total length is 7.1 inches long. The blade is 3.3 inches long. It's got a really good feel to it. Great for dressing game or fishing. Probably the only down, I will give you some of the cons, is the snap button. If it ain't right up front, if it's over to the side and you try to snap it, it makes it very hard. It is getting a little bit easier to do the more times I do it. But with it on your belt and you're trying to snap it back, it can be a little bit difficult. I wish this knife was a little bit sharper, but I will fix that myself. Other than that, the price, let me see if I have that up, for this knife was $13.49, and I will leave a link in the description. I got these off Amazon, but that's that one. Let me show you the one that I got, my very first knife. This one is called, I believe, the Senior. Yeah, it's called the Senior. Right, this one also was made in China. Right, the first blade is the reliable clip point. Up there you can see where it says AOT Charade. This is the clip point. This is called a sheep's foot. It has a rounded tip and a flat edge. This is very good for boating, rescue, like cutting seat belts, carving. Excellent blade for that. The last blade on this knife is called the spade blade. This has a straight spine that runs parallel with the edge. Has a blunt tip. This is very good for hunting, fishing. But those are the 3 different blades. This was the Senior OT. This was the first knife that I ever got when I was a kid. I think the reason why I picked it is because it had 3 blades. There were so many to choose from. Right now this one lists about $17.50 on Amazon. Again, I'll leave the link in the description. But when I saw these knives, man, this brought back memories of when I was a kid, and I just had to. They're such a decent price. I know they're made in China. They still feel like they're pretty good made knives, especially for what I use them for. But yeah, I just had to pick them up and just could remember all the times, you know, me and my friends and going fishing and whittling and, you know, doing guy stuff with their knives. But yeah, this was the first one. I even bought my dad one for Father's Day. It's the Senior Model 2, but it has the pearl handle. This is the saw cut handle. Yeah, I just thought I would show you these. The different kind of knives that I do carry. And just kind of relive some old memories. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed it, and just thank you for watching BTR Outdoors. And I'm going to ask you the question again. What was the first knife that you remember getting as a kid? Leave some comments. I would love to share stories. Tell me what your knife was. Was it an old timer or Uncle Henry also? Yeah, just let us know. And good way to get to know each other and just tell stories about our childhood. I mean, you can't get no better than that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hit that sub button. It does help me out a lot. And y'all have a good one, and I'll see you next video.